Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess, and I'm coming at you today to talk about taking the psychic ability and turning it out to do readings for other people. Okay, for me, I got my first deck when I was like 13 years old, and my grandmother was a tarot reader. There are many tools to use. There's palmistry, tea leaves, runes, I Ching, numerology, astrology, tarot, pendulum. And you should choose around for the thing that you vibe the best with, what you like the most. I think I went with tarot just because my grandmother had read tarot cards, and so that's why I kind of went that way. I got into astrology because I found it is the best tool to predict timing, which most people are going to want to know if you actually become a professional reader. They want to know when. When's he going to call me? So astrology is good for timing, but I use tarot for timing as well too. You know, I am psychic, and if you're psychic too, the tools just help for confirmation. You know, I'll tune into somebody and I'll pick up a few things, and then I'll do the reading, and you know, that'll often confirm what I'm feeling, and it's like a backup tool. And it's also kind of a backup because you don't feel really psychic every day. You don't have that really strong feeling every day. Some days you're more psychic than others, just like some days you're more creative than other days. So for the days that you don't feel particularly psychic, but you've got an advanced schedule, it's good to have a backup tool, some cards, or some kind of a tool to use. I recommend that you start with the Rider-Waite deck. It is the original tarot deck to my knowledge, and two of the best tarot readers that I've ever known in my life both used the Rider-Waite. And both of them would get visions from the pictures on the cards. You know, one instance, one of the reader friends of mine said, she tells me, she goes, "Did you just get attacked by bees?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I actually did get attacked by bees. How did you know that?" And she said she was looking at the tarot card, the tower, and that the flames on the tower card changed into bees, and so she knew that there was bees attacks. And I think there's other decks, there's the Crowley deck, and they're deep like that, but there's something magical about that Rider-Waite, and those are those iconic symbols. So I feel like if you are going to go with tarot, you probably should start with that deck. The cards are going to take on meanings of their own as you go. I mean, you probably want to get a good book and start with a book, but the cards will take on their own meanings as you go. And I think I'm going to do another spread just on, reading the cards. But for me, they tell a story. You know, it tells a story, and it's not just one card in one place. The whole spread kind of tells a story, and they talk to you, and the cards together tell different stories. And as you go along, your guides are going to show you your own meanings, and you're going to get confirmation back from your clients or friends, if you're just starting out reading for friends, that's going to show you that you're on the right track. Another thing, you got to stretch yourself. It doesn't come through clear as a bell. It's not like you see on TV, you know. A lot of times I'll get, it's like a Roy name, Roy or Joy, you might get like a sound or a syllable. And it's to me it's similar to when you're writing music, which I addressed in the other video. Sometimes stretch yourself, throw something out there that seems completely crazy. I've done that, and it turns out to be right, and that's how you kind of learn what your guides are trying to communicate to you. I believe that these clients are put in your path for a reason, to open you up more spiritually as well, and to strengthen your skills as a reader. Another thing that happens to me sometimes, or I was on a streak there where it was happening quite a bit, is the clients will mirror back. I'll have clients coming to me and they're going through the same issues that I'm going through, and it's as if in counseling them, it's like my higher self counseling me, or talking it out with them. It's somehow my problems getting talked out too. That's happened to me, and that will happen, and that's kind of a cool, crazy thing that happens sometimes. You know, in my case, I do what I call a meat and potatoes reading. Yeah, maybe you've studied all sorts of metaphysics and you know all this terminology, but the client is just sitting there like, huh? They don't get it. So you got to bring it down to earth. It's good to study and learn lots about, spiritual matters as much as you can. But when you're doing a reading, the people want to know things that are going to happen in their life. They're not interested in your background or pedigree or your esoteric knowledge for the most part. They want answers to their questions. So I actually pride myself in giving like a meat and potatoes reading when I'm talking to somebody. I'm answering your questions, you know, getting to it. So, you know, doing readings for clients can be very rewarding and challenging at times as well. As I said, find the tool that's right for you. Go to a metaphysical bookstore, search around, see what feels right to you. Maybe a book or a deck will fall off the shelf, you know, something really magical like that could happen. Okay, so our rock and roll quote for today is from Mr. John Anderson of the band Yes, and it is, "Reach out as forward tastes begin to enter you." Okay, this is Vicki Burley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and you can check my main channel page if you would like to get a private reading from me. Thank you for donating, thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, and I'll see you next time.